My name is Taku Imasaki. I am the North American producer for the Gran Turismo series. Work for SCEA, Sony Computer Entertainment America.
So let's start by talking a little about the event that officially announced Gran Turismo 6.
So yesterday in Silverstone racetrack in UK, we celebrated our 15th anniversary for the Gran Turismo franchise. It's been 15 years since it first came out in 1998. And our creator of the game, Kazunori Yamauchi, was there. And using that event, he officially announced the release of Gran Turismo 6 this year on the PS3, holiday season 2013. He did a short presentation, and then there was a bunch of cars, and they all went out and had fun on the track. They had the exact same cars in the game, which we have here today. We have a little demo for GT6 that features some of the cars that will be in the game, and that kind of shows a glimpse of what we're trying to do.
Walk us through what those cars are.
Okay, so right now you see him playing the Tesla. It's won the best car of the year last year, and it's getting a lot of hype. It's a fully electric car that it's getting a lot of hype, winning all sorts of awards. There's a Tesla in there. There's a crazy go-kartish car called the KTM Expo. I forgot the name of it. It's a KTM X. It's called the Crossbow, I think. There's that car. There's an old Ferrari Dino in there, and there's Alpine Renault in there. There's all sorts of cars starting from the 1970s to the latest 2013 Teslas. So a wide range of cars, classic to conventional. There's even a 1970s Countach that us, like we were when we were in our childhood, we adored that car. We all have little toys of that car, and it kind of brings back the nostalgia.
Can you talk about some of the actual cars that were at the event that then were actually in the game?
Right. So at the event, obviously it was a Gran Turismo event celebrating its 15th anniversary, so we tried to make it big. The creator flew out from Japan, and then we had a lot of car manufacturers help us out with bringing actual cars to the event. So we had, I wasn't there, but I think we had a Tesla, we had a couple of old Le Mans vehicles, and then we had a Toyota 86, I believe, and then they brought that Austrian KTM crossbow car, and then they gave the media a ride, which I wish I was there, but I was set up by my coworker, and I had to work this event today. But anyways, and then they brought the past GT Academy winners to the event. You know, all the past winners that the 5 years that we did in the past. The winners from those events came out, and then I don't know, they probably had a little competition between the winners on the game, and they also went on track to race with Kazunori. Right after the event, I think Kazunori headed out to another actual race in Germany, because he's like racing hardcore now. So he's like our president. He makes the game, and he's also a race car driver.
How is he at race car driving?
He's freaking fast. I mean, I race casually, but I can never, you know. He and me are like different, live in different worlds. I'm like grassroots weekend racer. He's professional race car driver. So
let's talk a little about. He did make some announcements about Gran Turismo 6. Can you talk a little about the gameplay announcements that he did reveal?
Yeah, I think the biggest announcement that was made about GT6 obviously is the release on PS3 for this holiday season. However, there is much talk about his approach in developing this game is completely different from the past, whereas he kind of brought out GT5 as a comparison. GT5 launched back in 2010, and it had a lot of upgrades since then, and it became like a very, very complex, gigantic monster of a game. What he's doing with GT6 now is he's kind of like restructuring the whole the program, the system of the game, and he's making it simple so that when consumers play it, GT6, they're gonna. It doesn't feel like a light game. I'm not saying that it's a small game, but it's going to feel responsive, quick, smooth transitions through the screens. You'll notice some of that in this demo, but they're totally reworking on the interface. It's getting a major facelift, and then in terms of, but the sheer number of cars, courses, it's all still there. It's Gran Turismo. They're going to have 1,200 cars, more than 70 locations. In terms of tracks, and there's going to be continuous post-launch DLC downloads for cars and tracks. So it's going to be a gigantic in terms of features, but in terms of the basic fundamental system of the game, Kazunori is making a what do you call a total rehash. He's calling it refactoring, but it's going to be structured different, and it's going to be a brand new game in that way, brand new game engine. At the same time, he's setting Gran Turismo 6 up so it'll be future-proof, so it'll be expandable, and it'll be ready for all kinds of updates in the future. We have all sorts of interesting projects going on with car companies that we can't announce right now, but you'll start hearing that in the next coming months. And PS3 is a perfect platform because there's 70 million consoles out there, and we have 10 million GT5s out there. We've just hit 70 million copies of the Gran Turismo franchise. So we have a lot of fans out there who already own the previous Gran Turismo. So we want to use that core, the loyal fans, and then we're going to provide them with a bunch of new content with this new GT6.